welcome to our
Thank you.
festival, KORK International Horror Film Festival. And it is so nice to have your film in our festival. And welcome. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you. We're good. Thank you.
And as a horror film fan and also Tales fan, I really enjoyed your film. Like it doesn't matter the age, child or old person or just adult person. Everyone's in fact affected by Anderson Tales, and I actually want to know why you chose this specific man to, I don't know, direct.
Should I take that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was. I mean, the crux of this goes back quite a while. This is a project that we tried doing before, some years ago, where we only ended up with a couple of short films and not enough to collect it into a feature. So Anders and I have actually done short films based on Anderson's work before, but I mean, it was. The idea was to do a feature film together, to try and see if we could make it work with a bunch of directors, and we needed something to connect everything. And being that we're all from Denmark, it kind of made sense to figure out how we could do something that had a very specifically Danish identity.
Yeah.
And I mean, reading the stories, because obviously they've been a big part of our lives as well. It's for me personally, it's always been interesting to see this aspect of fairy tales, because it is a large aspect of a lot of fairy tales, not just his. And it just kind of made sense to expand on it, and also, you know, from a sales point of view, it was kind of it was a hook, you know. So we dug into it, we read some of the stories, and it clicked pretty quickly that this was something that would be interesting to work with.
Perfect. And I really loved your style, because it starts calmly, and then gradually it intensifies and step by step, and you can really feel it in the film. I can say that four of your styles are very similar. Did you want to do this in the film? Because like we can see some actors or actresses in another film, or just scenes at another films. And why did you do this? Why did you make it like a, I don't know, circle together?
Yeah, should I just take a
Go.
Start sentences? Well, we talked a lot before shooting, of course, and before we started writing about, okay, what is going to be the concept of this film, and doing an anthology, we thought that it was important that it didn't feel like four separate short stories. So we talked about which fairy tales we wanted to adapt, and then we wrote each our own segment. But then we also tried to write it together so that it felt more like it had this, at least a little bit of the same tone in it, so that it would feel like one feature and not too much four stories not attached. And then it was important for us that we also had the same style throughout the film when it came to cinematography. So we have used two cinematographers for the film. We wanted to have only one in the beginning, but it was hard to, because being the small budget that we worked on, it was hard to find somebody that could commit that long time period to shoot the whole film. But we ended up using two cinematographers to get the same look throughout the film, and we also used the same composer. Ida has made music for the entire film, and used the same color grader, of course, and the same sound engineer as well. So
Yeah.
happy to hear that it felt like one film.
It really felt like a one film. But maybe that's a personal question. But I'm really curious about the stories that you chose. Did you choose your favorite story, or is there a reason behind why you chose those specific stories?
I think it was just what spoke to us. Like we all really dove in and read a lot of stories, I think. And we had a lot of stories on the table. I mean, there were a lot of options available. And I think for most of us, it just kind of clicked at one point. But at the same time, I mean, there were times when a couple of us were doing what we thought was one story, but then kind of realized that it had drawn inspiration from another one. So I mean, one of the films actually changed its title at one point because the director realized that the story was more in line with another of Anderson's stories than the one he originally set out to do a film version of. So it's been we read so many stories, so I think there's inspiration from a lot of them going into the various films. But the final decisions were just, I don't know, whatever kind of clicked with you at that point.
Yeah, at one point I wanted to do the story that Michael Kuno ended up doing, so I started writing on that story, but then he had it, and I found another story that also spoke to me. So yeah.
And was it hard for you to adapt for 21st century?
I mean, we only set up 3 rules, as I recall. We said that it had to take its offset in one of Anderson's stories. It had to be contemporary. It had to take place in the present day. And it had to be told in some way within the horror genre. So, I mean, apart from that, it was very, very free. We were very free to adapt however we wanted. So I mean, we all just kind of took the stories as an offset, as an inspiration, and then did the story we wanted to do. And some of them are very close to the source material. Some of them are very far off. But it was not supposed to be something that inhibited us, but rather something that gave an offset to whatever idea you wanted to explore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
And I'm thinking of Anderson, the writer of these stories. I know he found his inspirations like from anywhere, maybe from his past, and inspirations are really inspirational for everyone, even for the audience. So that was a good answer. And I want to know about the casting. How did you meet the actresses and actors? And how was the process? And yeah.
No, but I had seen Albert Rudbeck who is playing the lead role in The Dead Man. I had seen him he's been in a couple of Danish blockbusters, but not as a leading character, playing the leading character. But I've seen him in some of his other works, and he just, I think, fitted the role perfectly. And then I reached out to him, and he. At first, I think he liked the script, but we just met up, and he was really interested in like talking the script through with me, and we had a lot of good talks, and he was really like taking it very seriously, and so that was amazing to get him on board. I was really happy working with him. So for me, he was like the perfect fit in Denmark for the role.
You have the last film and you have the first film, and there's that like 2% gap between you, and it's really good to have you actually here. You're the starter and the finisher.
Yeah,
that's good.
We're sorry the other guys couldn't come. They wanted to, but I think it would have been a mess anyway to talk to like 4 people at the same time. Yeah,
that would be nice for me. Okay, I want to talk about film's journey, and we don't see it in theaters. Are we gonna see that in theaters?
Probably not. I mean,
That would be nice.
I mean,
Yes.
the one thing we've come to learn here is that doing anthologies is not the way to get a film out there. It's been really interesting to talk to like sales agents and distributors and so on, because once you say it's an anthology, everybody kind of backs off and loses interest. Apparently, it's a very hard sell. So I mean, for us, it was kind of, the idea was to collaborate and to do something where we could all like have a feature out there, despite, you know, not having the means to do a feature by ourselves. So, but now in the situation we're at now, where we're trying to get it out there, it seems like a lot of doors shut just because of the fact that it's an anthology, without even, you know, watching the film. So I think the big like learning thing here is that, you know, don't do anthologies, apparently. Even though we think that we've made a cohesive film and not, you know, your typical anthology. But I mean, we have no idea what's going to happen with it right now. Two reasons for doing this, and one of them was the personal reason to like get a feature under our belt, because aside from Casper, none of us have done features so far, and also the idea of collaborating on a film like this. But I think from a more audience-oriented perspective, I think this idea about exploring the darker side of fairy tales and the darker side of Anderson was an interesting aspect for us as well, and it's something that's grown once we've started talking to people about this project. We've had we've had talks with there's a university in Denmark, the University of Southern Denmark. They have a dedicated Hans Christian Andersen Center. The university is located in Odense, his home city, and they have a center there just dedicated to academic research into his writing. And we found out that they released, like 10 years ago, they released an academic book on the scary aspects of his writing, on the horrific aspects of his writing. And when talking to some of the researchers there now about this film project, they were like really excited, because they were like, this is an aspect that isn't explored enough, and it's something that's very important, they think. And I think one like line that's kind of stuck with me when talking to them was the fact that these darker sides of his stories tend to get overlooked or down-tuned, specifically when his writing is translated into other languages, because oftentimes the translator goes into it with the preconception that they are doing a children's book in some way. So if something horrific turns up, they kind of have a tendency to dumb it down a bit. And they were talking to me about how that was actually a real problem in terms of getting Anderson translated properly. So I think that's interesting. That's something that I hope we can spark some conversation about. Does that answer the question just a tiny bit?
No, but so Anderson was your he is your center point, and maybe that's a simple question, but I want to know who got the idea first. Like, I maybe you were in a circle, and four of you were in a circle, and like, just suddenly said, "Let's make it," or it was one of yours idea, and the others were also accepted the idea, or just, I don't know, how did the idea come up then?
Yeah, as you said earlier, Michael, we did a project many years ago where we also adapted some of Anderson's work, where we were 3 directors who just did a short film each, and that was really fun. But it never really gotten. Yeah, Michael's movie got around to a lot of festivals, and we got some views in Denmark. But after that, it was quiet for a while, and then I think it was you, Michael, who took up the idea again and collected the road out to us.
It probably was, yeah. I mean, I was the one who knew everybody beforehand, and kind of invited people in to discuss the idea. So I guess my idea.
We started together, by the way, Michael and I.
Yeah, Anders and I know each other from university, and I've known Casper for many years as well. But the other Michael and I had just gotten to know each other when this project started. So yeah, we had some other people in mind as well, and talked to other directors. I mean, at one point, I think we kind of agreed that it would be better if there were more of us. But then, I mean, once some of the scripts started coming in, we were like, okay, this is going to be long. Maybe 4 of us is too much, you know. But yeah. I guess I can take credit for the initial idea.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
About your future projects, maybe, like, do you want to continue with, not with anthology, but do you want to continue with folk horror and, I don't know, folk horror?
Yeah.
Or what do you have in your mind?
I mean, I think all of us have like feature films that we want to do.
Your personal.
And have scripts lying around. For me personally, I mean, the scripts I'm working on are more in the body horror kind of direction. But I mean, it's always interesting to work with like fairy tales and legends and things that ground something in a location, I think. So I am very interested in folklore. But I wouldn't say I'm going in like the direction of folk horror, no. For me.
No.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm actually at the moment I'm writing a script based on the Dying Man, so the same story as in Adorable Humans. So I'm trying to elaborate on that story, and because I just thought that there was so much more to explore in that story and the characters. So yeah, so that's my I wouldn't call it folk horror, but it definitely had some elements that could be inspired by that. Yeah.
And the name of the film, Adorable Humans, is also something else. Is this that you chose? Maybe there's another story from Anderson that really narrates the whole anthology, or did you find the name of the movie?
It's a quote from the anti-toothache story that is actually in the film as well. It's like one of the only direct quotes from one of the stories that's in the dialogue of the film, where they are talking about how to, because one of the characters is a writer and the other is his muse, and his muse is telling him about how to make his writing interesting. And the line goes something along the lines that he needs to put in humans, adorable humans, preferably miserable. So I mean, that was the original title of it, was Adorable Humans, Preferably Miserable. But I mean, that's a tongue twister, and it's way too long and everything, and we had a lot of titles on the table, but we all kind of liked that one, and it kind of references the theme about everything about because we've been talking a lot about is there like a central theme here, and I mean there were talks about how the film is essentially about acceptance, about how you have to accept different aspects of life as being hard or difficult or different than you expected. And in that sense, there's a certain irony to the title that I like personally. So I mean that I think that's it came directly from one of the stories, but it has a continuation to it. It's not adorable humans, it's miserable humans basically. So yeah, it maybe it makes more sense when you watch the film.
Yes, the duality actually being miserable. You see the miserable in the films, and the title is really fit.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for having the film. I mean, we're excited to be screening.
Thanks for submitting. And thank you so much for taking your time with us. So can I say bye-bye?
Cool. Bye.
Cool.